Well, unique for you as OC, with the first signing day, and then you take over as OC, and kind of you don't add a ton this time. But what's it been like for you, just kind of settling into that role and now assisting and recruiting and all the offense and not just maybe certain positions?
No, it's great. I love it, and I love the transition. And the biggest difference is before you were kind of looking down a straw, and now you're kind of looking at the whole the broad vision of the whole offense. So that's kind of the exciting part about it, and it's been great. I mean, the guys have been great. The great thing is we know the guys we hired and brought on. We know each other. We know the staff. So how we get along and how we're going to operate moving forward is going to be a lot easier if we didn't know someone.
With Cade, what kind of drew you guys to him? And I know he said maybe Hill or someone saw him throw a couple years ago or something, but what was kind of the obviously unique situation with his recruitment being on the mission and stuff?
Yeah, Coach Riddle, it's actually Coach Riddle's area. He called me, knew I was in Dallas. He goes, hey, can you go by this practice and watch this quarterback throw? I'm like, sure. So I went by and watched him throw. And
oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, so I went out there and watched him, and I was just blown away just as how he carried himself, his charisma, his leadership skills. Was something wrong, he would go over and fix it. He had a great demeanor about him. And then you watch him throw, and the kid can really throw it. I think that day he was probably 30 of 32. I mean, he didn't miss very many balls. It was really impressive. So after that, I called Riz. Like, Riz, I'm just telling you, this kid, he's got it. Whatever it is, he's got it. So, and he can throw it. He can run. He's athletic. So really excited about him. And I know he had to go on his mission, and now he's on his way back, and we just can't wait to get our arms around him.
I know he only signed the financial aid paperwork, I guess, not the NLI. And I guess I don't know, his parents told some USC site that he's still weighing his options or something. I don't know. From your perspective, I mean, you guys still have to kind of recruit him in the spring until he actually gets here? Or?
Sure. I mean, I think that's more of a compliment to Boise State as well. I mean, when you have a program like USC and they're trying to pick your guys the night before, it's a compliment to how we recruit and the type of kids we recruit and go after. And I think we have a good, strong relationship with their family and the young man, and I feel good about it. I really do moving forward.
Has it been hard right now? I guess you went to the home to do a visit, and he wasn't even there. It was just his parents, and you can't really text him right now or say what's going on with USC or all this stuff. What's the whole thing's kind of unique.
That's the good thing is he has no access to a phone, so nobody can get a hold of him. So it's so it's good. Yeah, and Coach Riddle and I went out to the house. We visited with the family and kind of put a name to the face and who would be taking care of your son for the next 4 years. And so it was good. I mean, I feel good about where we are right now.
You ever done that, gone to a home visit without the actual recruit being there?
Offhand, I can't remember, but I don't think so.
Because recruiting the family is just as big a part of getting the kid, right?
Well, sure.
In general.
Then again, that was important to us as a staff. That if mom and dad are going to let their son go to college away from, out of state and away from home, you want to feel comfortable with the men your son's going to be around. So it was really important for myself and Coach Riddle to go down there and get in front of the family and just let them get to know us as people. People are going to take care of his son for the next 4 years, and they feel good about it.
I know coaches don't care about star rankings and all that. You see something in the guy, but in terms of fanfare and rankings and all, this class may not be compared to like last year when you had Bachmeier and Holani and all these guys coming in and stuff. I mean, but it seems like you maybe addressed your needs and things you need instead of going for the flashy thing. Would you agree with that? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you're right. Like, we don't really look at the stars or who's offered. We have a kind of criteria what we're looking for, and when we find those guys and they fit what we're doing, then we go on them. So it's more about just the right fit to kind of fit our culture and our team chemistry and our kind of what we're trying to do offensively. And they fit, and that's what we feel good about it. And because sometimes I think coaches can get a little skewed. Well, if this school offered, shouldn't we? We don't get into that game. We know exactly bullet points what we're looking for, and we go after those guys that are going to help us win games.
I'm sure the last couple weeks you've been probably heavy on the recruiting side. Now that you get into the OC side and the X's and O's side, the next month or so before spring ball for you, what's that going to be like? What are you trying to get accomplished?
Yeah, just got to go back and evaluate ourselves throughout the whole season and find out what we did well and what we didn't do well, and then fix those things, and then just continue to build this offense moving forward. And now you add these new recruits and what they can do and how they can fit into the offense and how you can fit the offense to fit the personnel you have. And I think that's kind of where we are right now.
How are you going to manage spring out with Chase being out and you only have one other scholarship quarterback? How are you guys going to try to run 15 practices and not have Hank's arm come off?
Well, the thing we have to remind ourselves is that Hank's only played 7 games. It's not like he played a full season and so he needs work. I mean, he's got to get there and get better, continue to get better and grow in that position. And we will refine him and get him to where he needs to be. And it'll help the guys behind him, even though they're a couple walk-ons. You'll get those guys some really quality reps to build that room so we have a lot more strength in that room moving forward. So it could look daunting, but we'll spin it to a positive. We'll make it a positive. We'll get these guys developed and ready to play down the road.
I know Harsh was saying you guys would hope to maybe still add somebody to the QB room before next season, whether it's JUCO or grad transfer or some high school guy out there. But I mean, in terms of the spring, you're going to have one scholarship quarterback and a couple walk-ons. I mean, what kind of challenge is that to just plan practice and stuff?
Well, like I said, I mean, we're going to go full speed ahead, and those guys got to come along. And like I said, it'll be because if we had a room of 4 or 5 quarterbacks, those younger kids wouldn't get a lot of reps. Now they're not there. It'll be a great opportunity for them to get reps and get better and make mistakes and clean those mistakes up. So then as we grow and build the room, it'll be a room of 4 or 5 guys with a lot of experience, not just 1 or 2. So I think it could be, it's all how you see it. I see it as more of a positive for us.
From the outside, it looks like you bring a lot of the skill position back, but O-line is obviously going to be an area you guys are going to try to have to find 4 new guys. What is kind of as an offensive staff, what is kind of the goals for the spring and kind of the outlook going into the spring?
Same deal. Just continue to develop the guys that are here now. Continue to get them better. That's who's here now, currently with our team, and so we'll do a lot of developing of those positions throughout spring ball, and then we'll add the new guys when they come in and get them ready. And so it's kind of a building process as you have the ones you have now and the ones you're going to add in summer and fall camp. So we'll just continue to develop them, and that's our job as coaches, to develop and get them to play at a high level.
And a couple new offensive coaches too. I mean, what's that process like, bringing some guys in? And you'd had, I think, 3 years in a row with no offensive changes or something, 2 or 3, and now to have a couple new guys and you in a new role. I mean, what's that process like?
It's been good. I mean, it's been a little hectic at times, but because of a lot going on and a lot of information going on, and we have recruiting, we got to finish recruiting, now we got to transition to spring ball, so it's good. The one good thing I will say is I know both these guys, the whole staff, we know both these guys, so it'll be an easy transition because we know each other personally. Now it's got to get up to speed on the football part, which we're in there grinding, so we'll get it done. There's no doubt about it.